So my friends, let's react some drama today. Sangaris dropped some bombs. I don't know what this is about. I know this is bad, it's corruption, but let's see, talk together.
Experienced, desperate players to throw matches and to cheat. They're offering sometimes literal children, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, life-changing,
The volume is low.
tens of thousands of dollars for a single game, just to throw.
That's a lot of money, man.
While these people are also profiting hundreds of thousands of dollars. Depending on how long this has gone on for or how far it truly extends,
What?
it's likely to be millions by this point. This is literally the kind of
And they say there's no money on tier 2.
competitive gaming in Valorant. It started when I investigated 2 people.
2 people?
Let's zoom out for a quick second. For those of you who don't follow professional competitive Valorant, you might be wondering, what even is tier 2 Valorant? We'll start with tier 1, right? This is VCT, the professional leagues, and we've got a few of those, right? We have VCT China, Pacific, EMEA for Europe. We have VCT Americas, which encompasses, all of NA, LATAM, and Brazil. Now, tier 2 is challengers, and it is possible to make it into VCT from tier 2. I mean, it's possible to even do it from Premier within the game. You and your friends could, grind through Premier, end up in a qualification game for challengers.
Yes.
I mean, this has literally happened multiple times in the last year. It's
And you can go to tier 1 too.
For bringing up players. Once you're in tier 2, the goal is to make the Ascension tournament. And just like the name suggests, the whole purpose is to ascend up into VCT. However, it's only one team per year in the entire region of Americas, not even just North America. So we're talking challenger leagues that are running simultaneously in North America, LATAM, and Brazil. From that, 2 teams from each of those will meet into the Ascension tournament. So zooming in, you can see tier 1, tier 2, the teams and the players in tier 2, and their DMs. Let's get back to the investigation on those 2 people.
Bro, production.
This is my good old friend.
Where's this guy?
AKA one of one Bray, AKA Bray on Chain. He is the guy that's reaching out to everyone, and this right here, this is what his Twitter looked like. Well, at least for last week, before he deleted a lot of the incriminating evidence. He follows pretty much everyone in the tier 2 scene. You can only see about 50 people deep. You can even see, several that I found that were following back before people.
John Cena.
That I was onto
He's involved?
These days,
Oh, Bones.
you're not gonna see any of that, right? It's pretty much all wipes clean. Thanks to some very amazing people that reached out to me, though. Behind the scenes,
Just so he follows.
we actually have evidence of Bray reaching out to at least 4 different players to fix matches. So Teague, who currently plays for Landor, and Practo, who's on Burger Boys, have actually helped me quite a bit in this investigation, and they deserve all the praise in the world for doing that. I'm really
good job, guys. Good job.
Take care of these 2. I'm working with them actively to craft conversations in their DMs, and these are how our conversations with Bray went. So here you can see, this is how Bray opened up the conversation with Practo, right? Showing and flaunting these Burger Boys bets against Blue Otter. Drops all 3 of the 10 grand bets for a 2-0 for Burger Boys to beat Blue Otter, and says, "Thank you, Practo. Love you." And then Practo says, jokingly back, "I got you, bro. This time only, though." This is Practo joking completely, by the way, up top. And then that's when Bray takes over and says,
"Well, guys, you gotta be careful with these jokes, no?
Add me, twin. I'm always here. Just saying, you can make a mill at 19. Yo, Teague, let's make 100K each in your next game. What's your Discord? I got 20K for you."
Bro,
these young kids,
if the guy doesn't have a strong mind, bro, he falls for this for sure.
And this gem enters. From there, he'll actually take it over to Discord, where you can see Bray starts off, "Sup, G? Landor have any games coming up?" Maybe Challenge is kind of dead at the moment with playoffs starting soon, so we don't have any VCL matches till July. Split 3, July 4, right? What I do is pay challenger players. For example, I'll send a bet slip real quick. Hold on. So when you have a close game, for example, you're playing a good team, I'll pay you 20K to underperform. 10 before the game and 10 after the game. If the odds are good, I can get you 30 for a game. I don't want to get cut for playing poorly since I did shit last split. But is there any way to do it and win? And Bray says, we have streamer accounts on multiple sports books. So that's how we can bet 6 figures plus on challenger games. And that's the secret sauce right there. And that's a big takeaway.
Wait. What is this? We have streamer accounts on multiple sport books, so that's how we can... Oh, I see.
These streamer accounts on the betting sites are how these guys are capable of even dropping bets this big on challenger games. And Bray says, nah, LOL, to Teague's message. But if it's like a close game 50-50 and you're playing a good team, it wouldn't look crazy if you had an unlucky game. You feel me?
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times when I'm watching a game, I think, bro, the guy is having a bad game, the team is having a day off. I would never imagine this kind of shit happening right now, bro. Like, but I didn't know there was so much money involved, bro. Okay, I had no idea.
Teague one-tapped on their eco round. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like subtle shit that makes a difference in the round, but not to most watching it. Yeah, you know what I mean. Can bet maps too. So if you play bad for one map, or I just said throw an eco round.
Bro, there's a lot of weird games, man. So I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of weird games, but
still win and make money.
Now when I watch a game, I would think different. Bro, this is gonna fuck my mind. I don't like watching this, actually. Bro, I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Son, what were you doing to me, bro?
We will speak more about numbers and shit.
Some things is better for us to not know, man.
Games. Everything makes sense now. There were some crazy upsets this split. Motherfuckers were getting their bags. And Bray goes, yeah, bro. Fucking like Prosperity Esports in Burger.
Bro, watch this guy's play, man.
And just like that, 2 of them found. Thank you so much, Bray. Bray on May 14th to Teague. It's ready for you when you want it. This guy literally put Teague.
But the thing is, man, if Burger Boys are winning money, for example, for losing games, they could come up to the other players from other teams and say, bro, look how much money we make by losing. So if you guys let us beat you next time, you guys can make that or double, you know, like this is insane, man. This is just the beginning, I believe, right?
Ready to send to Teague. And this is what he's constantly enticing.
Bro, this is a lot of money, man. This is a lot of money.
He's dead, and you can see. Yeah, I understand. I work with a few Valorant players at the moment, and this is
man. This is tier 2. Imagine if this shit happens in tier 1. How much money is involved?
May 1st. I hid the team for privacy reasons, but let me know if you want to run up a fucking bag together. And he flaunts this right here bet.
Bro.
Holy shit.
It's tempting for the guy, man.
$230,188.10. This guy placed a bet not on the series, but on map 2 when a team was winning 5-3. That's how you read this. So he's going to get 1.72 times what this number is, which is what he staked up. And he's betting at a time of the series.
Can we see the history of this guy? Like his tracker on this game website? Is that possible? Probably not. I have no idea, man. I never even entered one of the sites, so I had no idea. But it is possible that this guy is just showing the profits and the ones that he lost money because people didn't do or didn't work. He just doesn't show it, or interpreting.
And the score was 5-3. And you can see. Do you know anyone else that would be interested? I'll cut you in profit, obviously. I mean, it doesn't even have to be that the specific person's doing it. You just have to refer a friend. You get a signing bonus. Everything is anonymous, and you will make minimum 5 figures per game. Please delete messages. Whenever you want to be driving a Lambo, you know the guy to go to. And then he hits him up again on the 19th. I am recording this on the 20th.
Oh my God.
Still messaging people. And this is regarding the playoffs of North American Challengers. Even though
this guy's persistent.
He knows I know. He literally has a clip talking about me to my players. He's playing ranked to this day on Riot Game servers.
Yo, Paint, how do you feel about the current stage of
Let's end their misery.
I think, honestly...
Oh, the guy who laughs, he knows something. Oh?
It's in a really bad...
For me, now everyone is guilty.
...state.
John Garrett.
What is he commenting there too? What's happening?
It's the same thing.
But I think I can understand people's reasonings behind what they do.
What?
Because it was already in a bad state beforehand.
I'm really helping the community. Like,
He's offering $50,000.
I ain't kind of lost here, not gonna lie.
40,000 guaranteed. $40,000 to lose map 1. And I'm gonna bet Burger Boys money line for 20K. Just for fun. Just for fun though, just for funsies. When down 1-0. And he does this to change the odds, right? Those live odds, you can bet live in the game. That's how sinister this really is. Let me know ASAP. And Practo responds shortly after. I'm good, thanks for the offer though. And you can see as the conversation progresses here, if the players get a little finicky, they get worried. Bray literally tells them, delete all these messages. You don't need to keep this here. Let's move our messages to Telegram. No one's gonna catch us there. This is the message that you'll see a lot. Everything's going on is crazy right now. Let's move combos to Telegram. So he's moving everything to Telegram. And this is May 16th, just days after Riot started their investigation. And this is what I was fearful of. The second these guys know that you're onto them, whoop, everything is
vanish.
gone. Nothing is left, no proof of anything. And if you didn't record it, you're too late. And these people are a little bit scared, right? If I get caught doing this, I'm gonna lose my livelihood. You know, I could lose all of this time I sunk in. So you're worried about getting leaked? Just DM me on Telegram, this encrypted peer-to-peer chat messaging program where, you know, we can talk there about throwing this game and cryptocurrency and how untraceable it could be. You know, it is very difficult to catch this. So just because the Discord messages are empty doesn't mean
I actually pissed, bro.
Truthfully, I mean,
I would slap these guys in the face. Everyone who did this fucking shit.
I've seen it back in the eye by power days where, you know, the players denied it for months and months and months, and you know, dragged the community through the mud. And it
No violence, no violence. Violence is bad. But I would.
An ex-girlfriend where it all came crumbling down. It's hard to believe that a lot of these people just had conversations die out when I see how this guy's treated convos with both Practo and Teague. Just constantly keep going, keep asking, prodding.
Man, this is just 2 players that came forward. This guy offered for everybody. So for me, I would start for the point. Everyone who's not saying shit is guilty. Okay? Until they prove their innocence. So show the message and show what we answer to them. Everybody.
That's gonna bring us into our next part.
Because this is
conversation goes,
deep shit, bro.
People like
deep
Ray
shit.
Also connected to
the
crypto.
guy, man, he didn't call one person. He didn't call 2. He got in contact with everybody. So I think everybody on tier 2, especially from these things, they need to prove they're innocent. If they don't, I think they're somewhat they're guilty.
And
They might not done anything, but just by not coming forward with this, exposing this kind of behavior, this guy and the others, they are guilty. I don't know how the complacent. I don't know the word, man. But you know what I'm talking about.
by people like this guy, Cooker Flips, and he is the founder of Pastel Alpha, which is a crypto trading group where they give people suggestions on like what cryptocurrencies to buy. In my experience, I've been in
Such a
crypto for
cute
quite a while.
avatar,
These
bro.
types of groups
Evil person.
lose you money because the people running the groups are the first to buy crypto, and if you buy first and you dump on the guy that buys second, well, that guy's stuck holding your bag and then needs to get someone to buy at a higher price than he bought in. So the people that often start these groups have a lot of purchasing power. They'll buy heavy into the crypto ahead of time at very low cost, and then when you come into the group and get the suggestion, they're looking for the chart to bump up. They can then kind of slightly sell off onto you, and then
Yeah, I see a lot of people losing money like this.
into their crypto group. But I do know that this guy has made some serious bets on these challenger games, some serious bets on Burger Boys of all teams. Wow, that is surprising. And what do you know? They're actually playing Blue Otter. That's the team that Fair plays for. So wow, this is so coincidental. And what do you know? He put 30 grand on this game. Holy moly. And also a 2-0.
So final score, second map and final score.
Felt really confident about that one. So looking through what's left of some of the stuff on Cooker's profile.
Is he going to investigate the clips, you know, like show some weird shit? Because I seen some weird shit.
See a little bit of how
Now you're
this
gonna,
guy
bro.
operates, right? What's gonna happen here, and what you're gonna
This is gonna
notice
change
is
everything for me.
he actually has some legitimate bets, and what that's all about is, truthfully, he's just washing the money. Think Breaking Bad.
Man, one thing that people can start doing, even I can start doing, is go in these games and start to look for this, some weird plays, you know. And then I know everyone is innocent until until we have proofs, but it would be interesting for us to go to the past games and start analyzing who did what, you know, like what kind of players were or
why
not. Some results in Tier 2
right?
surprises me, man.
Legitimate money that.
Sorry for pausing too much, but like, for example, there are games, man, that I think that is not supposed to win. They play like they are gods and they win. And it's really hard for us to judge if one thing is having a great day and the other having a terrible day. But this happens too often, man, too often. And this is talking about challenges NA. This kind of thing, I bet, actually I don't bet. I imagine and I know it happens in other regions as well. So I don't think this guy, you only do this in the challenges in North America. Okay, so this is probably a problem that is happening in all Tier 2.
Is only coming in from Challenger.
Maybe there's more money here.
Make it look like he's also making money on other things. Because if you only made millions of dollars on Challenger games and you didn't also, you know, lose some on coin flippy VCT games that you're just kind of guessing on, well,
it's a guessing though.
Really weird. I speculate that he's kind of washing some of this money, but you can see his profit margins have just got insane in some of it. He's just giving money away all of a sudden on Twitter. You know, everyone's getting giveaways, and this is an expense for him because he's building his brand. Actually,
yes.
Free money that he's getting from Challenger games. He did bet here on Prosperity, and we do know a thing or two about Prosperity according to my boy Bray. So that's interesting. They beat our team. You might notice that he has
satellite carry,
such as Josh RT. And when I saw this, I couldn't believe it, right? I was like, why is Josh following this guy?
Yeah.
And so I did indeed get Josh in a call, and I am.
Oh, this is everyone who followed this guy. Oh, I see. Oh my God, some big names there, no? Some no names.
I'm fairly confident Josh RT is.
By the way, this guy's satellite is insane, bro. If you are involved in this shit, bro, you are dumb as fuck.
Very unlucky in this whole thing, right? They basically reached out and they tried to give him free access to the crypto group. They said it's a very expensive service, and they use him as almost kind of like an advertising method.
Oh, I see.
So right here, you can see him, you know, basically flaunting his open DMs on the stream, live for everyone to see.
What rank am I in Val? I'm ass. I think I'm like silver or bronze. I don't play Val. Like, seriously. I don't have time to play, you know, I don't have time to put any effort into these games anymore. Like, no point.
No point. I mean, silver, bronze, doesn't really fucking matter. This guy is just a savant when it comes to picking NA Challenger games. Coin flippy ones too, on the underdogs. He loves the underdogs. It's like that IQ bell curve.
This is weird because he knows someone who knows VALORANT to bet on this game.
I'm getting cooked out here. Why are
someone who knows is involved?
Thousands of dollars on Tier 2 VALORANT matches when you're bronze and silver? Yeah, why? You don't understand the game.
Yeah, this is weird.
You don't even have time to play. Well, I think we know why.
Yeah, we know why, but still,
money in its peak.
How are you going to involve in this?
Around like 2020, you know, early quarantine days to 2022, there were so many orgs. And to show that, you can actually go to the subreddit. These are some of the orgs that we've lost since franchising. That is a...
Let me see. Oh, Alliance, LG, Pioneers, R, Emiri, Renegades, Ojik, Kaze, Oh, there's a lot of optic. Oh my god, but there's a lot of angry face. Jesus Christ, like sad. Made in Thailand. I miss Made in Thailand. Come back, please. Yeah, man. Ascent, I miss you guys too. Version 1. Oh my god, Dark is there. Bro, there's a lot of things there.
A lot of
Got some nostalgia.
logos. I am literally getting nerd chills looking at this. These
Yeah,
are teams
Zero
that
Zero Nation, Oxygen,
Coach
The
Reed
Guard,
casted when I was
DSG,
orgs that paid serious salaries
Infinity.
and have great backing. As you go on, there's just less and less paying
Yeah.
opportunities.
I hate the franchise system, by the way.
space.
Just wanna make it
And
clear.
what that does is it creates
Part of it, part of it.
absolute vacuum of what these guys just sunk in thousands of hours to get paid for. You learned how to be a pro gamer in Valorant, and now there's no money in the scene. And you might miss out on a lot of opportunities in those years that you were doing that.
Yeah.
You might have put a relationship on hold. You might have put school on hold. You might have put an important job on hold.
Just want to talk about a little bit about this. Is a little off topic, but if you are not Raiden, don't even try. Like if you're not very close to it or you're very young and like I think for you to become a pro, it's a very risky thing, man. Especially on this system that franchises, because let's say Patrick Hillman, just using him as an example, okay? The guy climbed really hard to get the opportunity to play on VCT. He played 2 games, man, because he had visual issues, and then he was kicked. You know, I think it was 2, maybe 3 games. He was kicked. It's so hard for someone to get an opportunity to play like that, and then he plays in a team that underperforms. Might be his fault, might be not problem. It's never the fault of one player. But you know, when he's gonna have another opportunity? Maybe never, bro, because now it's even harder. So all the time that he put in, you could imagine the mind of him and other players that are coming to the system, and they know, bro, if I don't perform, I might never have another chance. Then you have to travel to a different country, play with people that you never met, be away from your family, and you could have a bad day. You could have problems, you know, you could be sick. Anything can happen, man. And all the work that you put in might be for nothing, because the way the system is, you play 2-3 games because of the stages, and that's it, man. You might get benched, and you probably will get benched if you underperform. So, bro, we are in an environment that is horrible. It's horrible. There is no development to him, and only some top things allow the players to develop. It's so hard, man, in the system. It's so hard. This is cruel, man. What we are doing, what this system is doing to these kids, is unbelievable, bro. It's
You
unbelievable.
took huge risks.
In tier 2, there's no
Haven't
money
seen
for these
would
guys. Then they have
what
to do
it
this shot.
was, because
Not an
why
excuse,
didn't
but
it at least look somewhat like that, especially with VCT coming around the corner, right? I mean, VCT's only been around for like 2 years, but the presence of VCT and how all those challenger orgs were trying to get to VCT, once they realized the difficulty and challengers of making it, the actual likelihood of that one team that ascends per region, and just the likelihood of your challenger team doing that, holy, it's rough. Obviously, at this tier 2 level, a feeder league, it's a pillar that's required in any kind of sport, right? Think of like collegiate basketball, collegiate football, anything like that. In traditional sports, they all have these type of circuits to feed up into the pro league, where people are taken care of in the lower leagues. That is no longer the case in Valorant, and it's created this vacuum.
What the people that are involved in tier 2, 3 feels like in every region is that Riot doesn't give up, you know? They don't care. And then they leave, man. They leave. The organizations leave. One thing that we should mention is that one of the reasons why Riot doesn't care as much is because tier 1 is doing really well, you know? So they think that's enough. It's not, my friends. In the long term, it's not. I think the system will change in 2 years, right? In 2027. Then they'll probably make a more open system. But by then, we lost 1 or maybe 2 generations of players who develop devoted a lot of their time to the game, and they lost it this time. They lost it this time.
Veterans that got used to that money are now desperate, right? You've created a lifestyle around expecting that kind of income. You might be locked into some kind of apartment lease. You might be living a lifestyle with a partner that you can no longer live at all because you can't even get paid, period. And the young, inexperienced talent, the pros who haven't really learned their lesson, they're the ones being targeted the most. People like Bray now have you by the balls, though. If you throw that one game, if you listen to him, you are then on the hook.
The blackmail.
I don't know what he's going to ask you to do in the future, but to think that blackmail isn't an option for these guys is very naive. If they're going to run a criminal ring in cryptocurrency.
And also, when there's this much of money involved, physical things, man, like they can actually try to do with physical stuff. Not you, but people around. Bro, this is getting out of control. This is getting out of control. This is too much.
And make hundreds of thousands of dollars, which they could go to prison for.
This is a lot of money, bro. It's a lot of money.
Why would they not ask you to cheat in a game? They don't care about the game. Cooker doesn't even play the game. He doesn't have time, he says. It doesn't make sense. Bray, I mean, at least he plays the game a good bit, right? We're lucky enough to find him in real life.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
Look at his tracker. We can go back to, let's see.
You need to have someone who understands the game to see these things.
And you can see about when, I don't know, maybe Bray got some aim training or something. Look at this win percentage jump up.
Bro, a guy with this amount of money, he can pay someone to make a
Act 1. This guy came back, got a 75% win
something
rate.
to help his aim.
His headshot percentage. I mean,
There's a lot of money involved in that shit too.
Neon. I think I might main Neon, but
I want to see the headshot percentage. Does it show it there?
But what happens when main Neon?
21, 25.
You're doing great up.
Yeah.
But what happens when the odds and the payouts on betting sites are on the other end? And now you have to win. One of you might just cheat, and that's how we come to our boy fair. And here we have May 3rd.
Oh, there's that too?
Just 2 days before, if you remember, when Bray said things are getting weird and we got to move to Telegram. You might be wondering, how did the guy that reported fair for cheating end up with the statement for fair cheating? And that's a good question. Maybe for another day, but you know, it obviously got back to Bray. And you could see right here, I mean, it's just a request to send in information, and Riot earmarked several of the rounds that we will now look at. Buckle up. This is where things get a little bit fun. I'm sure a common question is going to be, how did I stumble into this? Truthfully, it all started with that loss against Blue Water. I don't know, it didn't sit well with me when I signed off the co-stream. So I went back that night and I rewatched the VODs. I have rarely in my career, I can't even remember times where I've got out of a game and I thought the other team was cheating.
Oh, I see.
I believe it to be a loser mentality, and it will hinder growth in any kind of competitive sport. So
bro, this is crazy.
To cope and use these things as a
this challenge is OG, man.
And honestly, I don't think I ever
seen a lot of shit on the scene.
This match was different. I was very confident. The coaches were very confident coming into this match. And I'm looking at this and I just couldn't believe it all. Like, this team caught so many timings and they beat our team, who came into this match very, very prepared. Honestly, super prepared.
Bro, I think I watched this game.
But he just caught immaculate timings across the map. Took space in ways that I've never seen anyone take space while using zero utility. So that's
I'm gonna check that later.
I have to dive into this, Blue Otter game against Burger Boys.
This one's I didn't watch out.
Is bizarre. Now, what you're gonna notice here is Bob over here at Dish, send it. Absolutely send it. I don't know if I've seen anyone do this. She runs it down and drones from this aggressive spot. The stealth drone on tail.
But this is so many crazy, yeah.
This drone is seen by everyone.
Yeah.
It sees the cipher, it sees people in the deep lines. And so you would think that Bob solo Dish and no one around to push would just respect that and
bro,
let
but
it
like
go.
the other players are the involved. They're like, bro, what are you doing, dude? In the VOD review, bro, in the VOD review.
Bob sends it. The gun isn't even out when you look at Bob through the wall. And on your screen, that's fair. I just watched this one round and I couldn't even believe it. I mean, this looks absurd. Absurd. And so again, at this point, I'm pretty interested. It keeps getting crazier. Round 6. Again, they're
So this is, for me, this is good already.
just sending it. They're just sending it. Look, knife out.
Nah, bro, this guy's what?
Like, what?
He was on
What?
drugs,
Playing
bro.
against a breach, Teo
He's not even
Neo.
trying to fake it.
This is insane. Why are they not counting?
Bro, the situation is this bad. The guys are not even trying to hide.
Is what I'm thinking. So they're just sitting here. I mean, Bob hits some miraculous
What?
shots. I'm not gonna lie to get those.
Oh, the guy's
kills.
actually insane, bro. I was up at the plane. I got 2 kills.
Watch
Come
it.
on,
And you
son.
can see, even though there's a neural theft, even though 3 people were spotted, or I'm sorry, 2 extra people were spotted dish, they end up getting that kill on
What is the music?
into them. But if you watch Brimstone, watch Zoe Stoll running with knife out right now. So they get the spike, running knife out. The gun isn't even out. Now, that is crazy.
Yeah, but maybe he thought the guys would be on site tower. Yeah,
That's crazy. I'm just baffled at this point. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. And this is when I started to realize I don't even think this is a one-person thing anymore. Bob in A main.
Yo, don't talk about Bonnie. Bonnie's insane. Bonnie, don't tell me we're involved with this shit.
I'm not even sure what Bob's doing here. Truthfully, like maybe changing the angle of her jiggle, but there's no.
Bro, Bonnie's a good player, man. Good player. Maybe or he's
Neon
cheating.
that could run
I don't,
her
not gonna
down.
accuse anyone.
And
But he seems
I mean,
good,
watch how
man.
this plays out.
Man, Burger Boy just beat TSM, you know? They just beat TSM.
I mean,
They look
so he
insane.
pulls out wide, immediately gets stunned, peeks out, dies. This guy peeks out, dies.
Come down,
Wide,
come down.
immediately gets stunned, peeks out, dies.
The second shot.
And so she chickles out wide, immediately gets stunned, peeks out,
I don't
dies.
know.
This guy peeks out, dies. And, you know, the round's literally just over. This ult is just crazy to me.
But what? He's talking about what there?
Wide, immediately gets stunned.
The guys on Burger Boys are trolling or the other blue water is trolling?
Watch how this plays out.
Wait, let me. Okay.
I don't even think this is a one-person thing anymore. Bob
I was
in
distracted by the
A-main.
music.
I'm not even sure what Bob's doing.
Okay,
Truthfully, like
I don't know. Bobby's trolling here. What is he doing? Exposed like that? That is
changing the
trolling.
angle of her jiggle, but there's no support, and they're playing a neon that could run her down.
Yeah, this is
And,
bad.
I mean, watch how this plays out.
Bro, what is he doing? I never seen anything like this. This does not exist, man. This is different Valorant.
I mean, so she chickles out wide, immediately gets stunned.
Oh, can I talk about the shots?
Peeks
That was
out,
done.
dies. This guy peeks out, dies.
Bro, he was stunned, gets your kills, sure.
And, you know, the round's literally just over. This
I don't know, bro. This clip is, I wouldn't say.
crazy to me. There's no way that this feels like a good idea. And then the next part of the play is even more wild. So he goes for the neon, which obviously is just going to run away and live.
Nah, bro, the guy
Even
was...
though the neon had 1 HP.
Nah.
boombots through
I
the
don't see
smoke to
anything where
give
they
away
hit these
his
two clips.
spot.
Okay.
Now look at where these other two
The
players
first
are.
one, that guy was droning there like crazy. I point with my finger, guys. You guys cannot see my finger. You guys see my mouse. I don't think you guys can see my mouse. But the first clip, the guy goes on, pushes on dishes and drone and see the guys and keeps going with the knife in hand. That's weird. The
Do
other
you
ones,
think
I don't
those
know.
players can trade? Do you think those players could do anything? Of course not. Now, this is the guy that was insta-killing everyone on my team. It doesn't even look like the same person right now. This looks like the guy that was anything? Of course not. Now, this is the guy that was insta-killing everyone on my team.
Oh, bro.
Smoke to give away his spot. Now, look at where these other 2 players are here. Do you think those
It's a
players can trade? Do
3v4.
you think those players could do
He's
anything?
pushing through the smoke.
Of course not.
He tries to get some good to make, you know, like, make things equal. What the fuck? Why
Now,
he
this is the guy
appears
that
when I
was
press?
insta-killing everyone on my team. It
Ah,
doesn't even look like the
this
same
is
person.
hard actually.
This looks like the same person.
It looks
Or-
bad, but you know, like he's picking on place, but he needs to be aware of a lot of things that could be going on there.
Tranquilizers. Then we get to round 18. I mean, things are getting
Mundi, they're trying to make excuses to these guys. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna tell
close,
what they say.
so it would be kind of crazy if they won this round and got to 9-9 because they do have to win 2-0. So we are in crunch time right now. We must lose, but we have some good util in this comp. So what are we gonna do? Well, we can't make it too obvious. We're gonna satchel in. We're gonna plant immediately. We're gonna fake. Gonna kill this Cypher. Spike goes down. Now this is where things get absolutely insane. Now they have 3 power ults here. Zeke, the Breach, decided it would be an incredible idea to run out of main right here and just shoot his classic and die. Fair plants. And honestly, it
He got spent. He got spent in smoke.
a decent idea for what would be called like a zoning ult. In honestly, it
Let's see that again.
and just shoot his classic and die
Wait, let me see. Let me see.
would be an incredible idea to run out of main right here
There was a cage there.
and just shoot his classic and die. Fair plants. And honestly, it has
If this proves anything, every game is people trying or doing things like
a
this.
decent
Bro.
idea for what would be called like a zoning ult in pro play. I actually don't feel like Fair's play in this particular scenario is horrible
No, it's not.
at the pro level. You know, pulling the ult out to stop the insta flood, giving some time.
He might even throw it, this rocket, instead of wait for the full time to buy more time. And I'm gonna tell you, I see that every day.
In the post for your teammates to reposition. Also, not a bad ult to shoot. If Practo wasn't full HP, this is a kill. So
That was
it's
pretty good
Practo
ult.
very low.
Actually,
now you
pretty
might
good
be
ult.
wondering, how do they lose this post plant with all of this?
Bro, I see crazy things, bro. Every day I see crazy things like this happening.
How do they do it? It's
Bro, I see a 5v3 with the Viper Spirit and locking down available everything. Yesterday, VCT things and they lose the round on Icebox. 5v3 with 2 big ults there and they lose the round.
almost like you can't even defuse the spike if these guys.
I don't know, bro. People are just bad sometimes.
Let's see. Here we go. We have the Brim Molly landing.
Bro, how did they lost
That'll
this?
save up
That's
quite a bit of
actually
time.
okay.
Boombot comes out. That makes him.
I don't think they're throwing actually here
From this side, so you can watch the other side.
so far.
Pretty normal. It's pretty normal. You have Bob.
But this music is annoying the shit out of me.
Okay, we have double ult still.
What is the point of this music?
Crazy.
This guy's trolling.
The tap comes in. The tail ult happens.
Should make things better?
You can see Fair now ignoring Arcade. Okay, gets killed in the side of the head. Now they immediately Brim ult without waiting for the next tap. I mean, you can even see where the tail ult is right there. Yeah, if this happened in a vacuum, I would be inclined to believe that
They are just bad, bro. They are just bad. You know? They are just bad.
accident. And if also it happened to a team that, you know, hasn't had players playing challengers for multiple seasons now, I would think, okay, maybe that's an
Okay,
accident.
okay. But yeah, but
again,
it's too
you
bad.
have
It's too
to
bad. Okay, this one I give to you.
keep seeing it, you know? Fair dies tower. These 3 are taking the site. Both of the ults have been wasted. So what are we going to do? Well, we still have missiles. So holy shit. This is actually great. Let's see what's happening over here. Bob just sitting there. Stun
He
out.
died.
Somehow misses the stun here. Gets run down. Dies. The Brim is literally just sprinting over here. Completely out of the play. And that person dies too. 10-8. It felt like an unlosable round.
It was an unlosable round, but I
Let's
see
what happens on
unlosable
the
rounds
very
being lost
following
every
round.
day.
We did see that Neon had an op. I think we all saw that, right?
Man, this music is annoying so much.
And an impro player typically watching people.
It's just me?
They run around at the end of the round. You know, so you definitely want to use some util, especially when you have all this util in this comp. So let's see what they do. It's a good time for your IGL to take a nice jump spot. Oh, Oh, well, there goes our smokes. We're gonna cook up now. You can see they
Oh,
move
didn't guy
slowly.
watch a block play? That's here.
It's actually so fun to watch. They
Man,
move
just
slowly.
giving one person. I see this every day, bro. VCT or not, man.
So
Smoke players doing lying like that every day.
the site, they take the site. Zeke taps.
I'll
the
respect
spike,
to Havok. I like Havok,
not
okay,
placed.
but
There's no util blocking.
he was not for those when he was on
I just want
controller.
people to realize that. One more look. He's gonna tap the spike. Not plant safe.
Just give you an example.
Watch Bob's aim. Tap, tap, tap. I'm just gonna sit in the open. Tap, tap, tap. I'll miss a little bit. Tap, tap, tap. C goes back to plant. Gets spam. Now let's watch Fair in this 1-on-2. Huh? I'm gonna spam a little. Let me just jiggle a little bit more.
He's not trying to win.
Around. Oh, spam that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
Let's
was
just
weird. That was
hit him
weird.
with the
That was weird. That was weird. The guy was not trying to win.
I'll miss a little bit. Aim. Spike.
Okay, let's touch again.
I just want people to realize that. One more look. He's going to tap the spike. Not plant safe. Watch Bob's aim. Tap, tap, tap. I'm just going to sit in the open. Tap, tap, tap. I'll miss a
Yeah,
little
they're
bit.
trolling.
Tap, tap, tap.
This is bad.
C
This is
goes
real
back to
bad.
plant,
This is
gets
real bad.
spam.
I see your point. I see your point.
Now let's watch Fair in this 1-on-2. Huh, I'm going to spam a little. Let me just jiggle a little
Nah, bro, they're shooting like
more
bros.
around.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
definitely trolling.
Spam that?
This is when
Okay.
good
Let's just
players
hit him with the unreal A rush.
wanna look bad.
just hit
That's
him.
how they shot.
This is a work of art, quite frankly.
Like they pretend to be bad.
They see this op. The Neon dodges the stun.
You're shooting, but
gets a
you don't wanna
shot.
hit.
Fair.
They're
misses.
throwing actually. They're throwing actually
Run
for
up.
fact.
Now, look at all of this util. Does this look like a good idea to go through this? They have no dish control. They literally have nothing. They're Teo missiles in front of them. Bob is between them. They've stimmed. This Brim is about to molly the other side of this smoke. They don't care. Let's watch. You might be wondering, do they actually get out of this? So they stun the cross smokes, and Bob decides, hit a timing. Let's go.
It's barbecue time, bro.
Huh. Unfucking real. Let's watch Haven just to see, because we could do a side-by-side with Haven, right? If
Yeah, man, the
Haven
game was
against both teams.
Kind of close.
So let's just see some what he did against Burger Boys here.
I wanna see the games that they beat you because you say they were
We
shitting.
have that stall smoke that everyone always throws on A. So this stall smoke actually allows people to flood in and play the wall. And it really opens things up for the defense. That's why you see people throw this smoke instead of, a flat smoke anywhere in this rectangle I just drew. Sova, aka Practo, peeks short and gets that kill on Fireball.
Which is crazy, by the
See
way.
how Fair enters this. So Fair knows Practo went down short. Okay. Fair's cooking. Let's see what he's cooking. Fair gets the kill back sight. Not a bad play. Not a bad play. Keep in mind, we remember that guy did kill our teammate short and grab a gun. So surely we're going to 3-2 on the smoke, or maybe wait for it to fade. Let's see. 1, 2. Huh. That's an idea, but maybe it's just a fluke. Let's see what Bob's cooking.
Maybe it's
Let's
just
see what she's cooking. FlyQuest Red Super.
maybe they didn't know the timing on the smoke. They were
Secondary
looking at.
list, rotating all over.
Let's give them
ortho
that.
hits. Let's see the same. Oh, maybe if we slow it down a little bit, it'll be better. Let's check it out. You got this, Bob. Oh,
He could
I
be
would say
smoking way
maybe she ran out
a
of
little
mouse
bit
pad,
too
but
much.
It looks like she doesn't even have a mouse pad. On to the next round. Check out this insane B rush. Now this is, of course, off of barrier. We're gonna run B. Now, what do you think the top priority would be? Your Jet has the spike. Maybe you want to smoke the links.
This is a fake click and go back
That breach
with the jet
kill.
dash. No?
Maybe you could do the updraft dash onto top site. I actually saw
With the
Fair
spike,
do that
no.
in his collegiate game. Maybe he could.
It's a fake click, no?
Top site and updraft dash on
Fake
it.
plan.
Any kind of info util like the Teo drone backside stun. Let's see. Pop stash. We gotta break that cam. For sure, you gotta break that cam. So, but you gotta miss it first. You gotta get tagged. You gotta go tap, look around, and try to dash out. But oh, you missed another dash. Dang, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. So he misses the dash, dies with the spike. Everyone literally just dies in the smoke. Man,
What
that's
is
a
the
pretty
call?
good hit.
What is the call for do this role play? It's everybody involved. Like it's a planned thing. These guys are doing, you know, like team meetings to see how they're gonna throw the rounds. Is that what's happening? Is this the new meta?
Let's just see how he enters B one more.
Oh, actors?
Because against
Paid
us, he doesn't
actors?
clear left or right. So, damn, this cam, holy, it's fucking him up. Oh my god. Yes, he did indeed, as the duelist, enter B, look back at the cam,
Say hi.
ignore C-Link, ignore back sight, ignore everything, and just died in the back. What? What's their A hit look like? So here we go. We're going to run it down. I like this energy. I like this pace. This is good. Oh, wait. Did they breach all? Oh. No, they don't got a breach, actually. So all good. Let's just keep sending it.
Yeah. That's the game, our main game, bro.
You know, God burst, one-way spawn.
Oh my
By default.
god.
All right, now let's see. You know, we do know that guy's on short.
Now I understand the
Remember?
music.
The Jet did break that shield. Let's do a good job clearing that, okay? Let's see what happens here. Here we go. Oh, close left, close left. Didn't expect that. It's only on the pistol round of the second half, so it's not really that important of a round. You know, pistols, bonuses, alt rounds. Oh, break that, break. Let's check and see if they're there. Oh, that's unlucky. That's a bit of a wide jiggle, though. Jesus Christ, man. It's insane that this is from one series that had $30,000 bet on it to be a 2-0.
Oh
Let's go to the next
God,
round. We
bro.
got the Breach Teo in a no ult util setup alone on C. This doesn't even really make much sense, truthfully. The Omen is playing solo garage. We can see him. And Fair is playing close B. And Fireball... Wait a second. It's 11-4 Fireball. Where are your trips? Where's the cam? What the hell? Wait, we bought? We did buy. Let's put our Cypher solo A. Cypher save for next, though. So let's see what Fireball's cooking here.
Yeah, the camera is too expensive
Get some
nowadays.
info quick with that cam. So now they know the Cypher's on shore.
Okay, here's the camera.
Fireball walks away. Let's take a nice little...
Then he goes for a pick on
here with that
long.
sheriff. You know, it's only a 5-on-4. You know, this could go either way, so I think we should try to get the numbers a little higher. Oh, caught. Got me, bro. Okay, Fireball down. Oh, wait a second, Bob. No, we still could have won the round. It's still... Watch, Bob. This is an attack smoke that clouds out front B. Now, in the pro level, this is kind of scary because, and you can even see there's a ping. There's a defensive ping on the left side of the smoke right there. And so they're aware because you can lurk through either side of this smoke, especially when the other team knows your Cypher's dead. So let's see how Bob approaches this smoke. Let's check it out. Wait. Bob, is your gun out? Oh, no, it wasn't out actually. Huh, but someone pinged it. I'm sure you could literally just watch all the rounds. I just kind of cherry picked. I mean, honestly, we're fucking full on cherries at this point. So I'm comparing their match histories, and you can see what I've done here is I've highlighted the odds, the map
They
pick.
beat his team. They
This
beat
is
his team.
Bob, the FlyQuest red player on Blue Otter. This is her match history leading up to the match against us on the 6th. You can actually see she lost in Game Changers to the Shopify Gold team the day before. And the day before
watched
that,
this
she
game.
played a different match and lost. And the day before that, she played 3 matches and won all 3. Four matches. Then you have this game, the game that had the $30,000 bet on it. And here you have Fair's profile. And you can also see, you know, he played the match against us, and then he played a collegiate LAN that he lost to a team called Cumberland Phoenix. And that was days before our game. And then he played another game the day before. And I'm just thinking in my head, how is this possible? Our team is playing so well in scrims. We're in we're in amazing form. Now let's look at what their Haven looked like against us. 1 week later with 0 practice. Let's just switch our comp though, because, you know, we don't have much time to practice, so let's just switch it up. Fair's going B. Maybe he has PTSD about that cam. So Spaz TPs could be a fake TP, could be a real TP, but also there's only one player that he can account for right now, and it's this Cypher. Technically, the breach could have fault lined from a link right there.
Keep in mind that Shopify, they won the last split one. With Paint playing amazing, bro, amazing.
Or in a site. Now,
this team was looking pretty good.
Important round, by the way. I just want to point that out. They are running a double duelist comp. They're in a 5-on-4. Bob, as the secondary duelist, is opping C long. So there's 3 players left in the center of the map right now. None of them are getting info. And they really don't know where we are right now. So let's take a look at this pathing. So Spaz TP's in. And you can see Fair was already walking into this side. Fair dips his feet in. He's worried about C-Link for a second. Doesn't look left, doesn't look right. Doesn't worry about the deep C-Link off angle that every pro seems like they play. Where it's...
So, what the accusations are they are trying to lose bad worse things, or they're getting paid to throw the games against bad or good things, it doesn't matter. And then they are cheating to win against good things. That's crazy.
Literally in this spot that he's standing in. He's walking in.
He knows where the guy is already, yeah.
Oh, he cracked open the round.
Crazy.
Time to pop the shield.
And he already knows about the second player too.
I mean, these guys are just going to walk around the entire map all series. Spoiler alert. Let's go into round 5. This is only something you would do if, like, you really knew. These guys don't even time well coming out of the smoke. These angles don't even support each other as they come through the smoke. There could be someone top site, there could be someone logs, there could be someone back plat, on plat, in this corner, in garage, maybe even just in the open. Honestly, close smoke. Could be top box next to... There could be like a million spots this guy could die. Watch this in the overview. But it's okay, because no one's here this time. Keep an eye on Zeke's recon dart. Keep an eye on Fair's utility. And also, let's take a look at him through this wall over here on the left right now.
Man, they are negative.
We'll see him. He's a fast dude. Here he is. Wait, is that his knife? Wait a second. What? This guy is ISO, running it down, no shield. This Sova didn't dart. This Sova's not even peeking. Just peeked, and the Sova's dart.
What?
ISO. Wait a second.
What?
This
No,
guy is
I don't know if Sova was looking.
ISO,
I'm gonna trust him. I'm gonna trust
running
him.
it down, no shield. This Sova didn't dart. This Sova's not even peeking. Just peeked, and the Sova's grabbing the orb. So meanwhile, we're camming from B. We're lurk smoking C, missing the C push.
It was like round. They could like don't care and just go.
High lowing
But
for this right now, and holding the garage push.
it's weird. It's weird.
Ooh. Ooh. Off of Barry, you can see their setup actually makes sense.
The way that he
From
opened, that was
spawn,
kind of
you know,
weird.
the Cypher and ISO branch off to like garage and C. There's like no one A. But as our team moves towards A, their whole team also moves towards A. There's massive holes across their entire map. Slide, kill by Amari, paint, and watch her again. Think about the util and how many people just what I would call showed presence at this A site. Like 4 people. So you would think, all right, maybe we should make like a little bit of an aggro play as a team. Let's see. Let's watch Zeke and wait. I'll back off. You got this. You got this, Fair. But you're the ISO, so you got shield and stuff. So he's literally just gonna dry peek long as this one-on-one is happening. You know, he doesn't account for 3 players right now. He's jiggling. He crosses, and we're out of A lobby. This guy literally just saw a 4-man take, and he's trying to grab this orb. I don't get it. Look at the crosshair placement.
But he died, bro. He died. Just bad, no?
He knows we're in garage. These guys do not have info. We just broke this cam. Peeking aggressively. So keep that in mind when he's about to peek this. This is the sloppiest peek I have ever... So he could have died from like 3 angles right there. He ignores all of it, is wide swinging with his crosshair into the wall, gets this kill, gets that second, and just sends.
Low-key, I think I watched this game.
Knife out, sends it through. Unreal.
Let me check here, guys,
And
real
this one,
fast.
the
Maybe I did the highlights. I did, I knew it. I think it was one that they play... Let me see the maps. So first map was Pro, second was Haven. Yeah, I did watch this fucking shit game. But I did only... Actually, I didn't. I just did the highlights. I remember this play here. I remember this play.
actually doesn't clear this spot. Honestly,
I didn't react to it, but
I
I
was
did the
shocked
highlights.
he didn't get this kill. But again, I don't think you can go 100-0. That's truthfully how I feel about this right now. Let's see what Fair's cooking here. So we throw this clouded out smoke onto A. That is our smoke. And the Waylay will be making her way up tree. Let's see how Fair reacts to this. So Fair ignores that smoke. They ping the smoke saying, hey, they smoked this. Honestly, the Waylay could have dove into that even. And, you know, we lost vision of this for a long time. Fair is also clearing A main. All right. There's a long time that just passed. You can see these guys could have gone into that smoke. So surely you're going to do the thing where you turn your head and you look parallel into the smoke. Every pro does that, right? Let's see. Nope, not into the smoke, but surely on the way out. Surely on the way out.
Why is this video this long? I have a tournament to do.
He just
soon.
walks straight through the smoke. Not worried about a cat lurk, not worried about anything. Kills our spike in the back. Doesn't pop dash. Doesn't pop dash. Doesn't cloud burst the cat wall in a one-way. Like, not worried about the lurk. This guy's no-name main. He now knows two are by
I wasn't focused on this play, not
doesn't
gonna
know
lie.
where Pancakes is yet. So you can see Zoe gets the kill.
The music, bro. What is the idea behind the music editor?
And there you go. Muncie gets this kill. Fair holding the corner. Again, no util used.
They're still inserted on the site though, and is
There's that dash. All right. All right. So this whole time he could have died in the side of the head to a cat lurk. But he popped dash now. So let's see. Maybe an info dash?
the drop down. He gets the free turn back in the spike.
Oh, he missed it though. He missed the info dash. That's crazy.
He's on an island.
So he dies. He dies there. We end up losing this round. Very next round. Here comes Fair. Coming up cat. Omen cuts through. Dart. It's a pretty common take. Honestly,
What's happening?
we should.
One suggestion. I think he should do this video in different parts, like Offzilla do with his videos. You know, would it be better to separate a little bit of the things to? I think it would make more clear, because now is a totally different thing.
Should have been a bit more prepared.
It's
I'm
related,
actually surprised
but
he
it's a
doesn't
different
react
thing.
Immediately, given how quick he was in all these other rounds.
I'm kind of tired of watching
Kind of ignores
already.
that guy for a split
Maybe it's
second.
me.
Immediately kills him. Crosshair placement perfect for second, third, fourth, fifth though.
Fuel is there. Now you've got a reset and a second
Why clear anything?
follow-up looking for more. And Fair is going to take the round into their own hands. What are we looking at if you're Spaz? And how about all five?
Let me see it again. Let me see it again.
Immediately. he
When
wasn't
this
all
jet plays, I didn't see it again.
I'm actually commentate.
You got knives out for Fair.
Omen Blind cuts through. Dart. It's a pretty common take.
Also, by the way, bro, sometimes when I edit in the videos, I see some things, man, like when you know when you change one frame and people say like some movements are inhuman the way the crosshair moves, because like you change one pixel on Premiere Pro and then the aim just do like is here and do just immediately. I see something like this in North America. I see some things like this. I don't talk about that because, you know, like, I learned from mistakes of other people in the past when they accuse Aspas. Okay, you might not know this, but a lot of people in Brazil accuse Aspas of being a cheater, and he proved everybody wrong. So I try to I don't do that, you know. But there is some weird things, man.
No backup weapon.
We should have been a bit more prepared than this. I'm actually surprised he doesn't react immediately.
To be fair, sometimes Valorant, some shots are bugged. We have that, but there is the moment that I'm talking about. There's so I'm not gonna say that the who, but I saw that I think it was 2 days ago.
Given how quick he was in all these other rounds.
It was weird.
Kind of ignores that guy for a split second. Immediately kills him. Crosshair placement perfect for second, third, fourth, fifth though.
Wait.
Immediately killed all these other rounds. Yes, I'm actually surprised and take.
Okay, the paranoia was there. He's gonna check the box for sure.
Should have been a bit more
Go review.
prepared than this. I'm actually surprised he doesn't react immediately, given how quick he was in all these other rounds. Kind of ignores that guy for a split second.
Okay, nothing crazy here.
Crosshair placement perfect for
Oh,
second.
it was one. It was. I thought it was the right click now, but it was the left one. That's sick.
Kill is there. Now you've got a reset and a second
Why clear anything?
follow-up.
If I was doing Premiere Pro, I could go pixel by pixel here and see. There was a way to do in YouTube too. I don't know how to do it. I saw someone doing it once, but I don't know how to do it.
What are we looking at if there's
But you can go frame by frame here in YouTube too.
And how about all five?
Huh.
That is the most casual.
Let's go to next half. This round's super important. Let's see.
A lot of questions about
Wait.
what this Shopify
Wait a sec. Wait.
defense is
Wait.
going to give up here.
There's no point in this music, bro. The guy just forgot the music there. I don't
Let's clear
know.
mid one. No.
You're not going to get away with
Okay.
taking away space for
Let's go right up to the shit.
much, but this is the point of entry that I would be really curious
Wait.
to see how much Blue Otter can work through. Is how
Ping?
much
What? Guys, hold that. I'm holding this. I'm holding this, guys.
they do at mid-market.
I'll hold
Flash over
this.
the flash, double stack
So
over,
they fake
actually
cat to
door.
pull this guy off. Honestly, pretty good play.
Gets pulled
We killed
back.
him.
Now you've got an
Holy
angle
shit.
here.
Now, the thing to look at here is the timing of everything. So watch Paint. He's going to walk away. They ping the wall. I don't know why. No one's made a noise right there.
Catch one on
So you can see Paint is walking away.
timing here, I think.
All right.
The rat
Yeah.
position
Let's
is able to-
cross this now with this classic. Ahead of any bait, by the way. Ahead of any bait. There's not even a reason to really cross this, actually. but it's just a huge risk. You can see we have A main. Muncie picks up the cat angle from deep in sight. Surely doesn't catch another timing. So, let's see.
Timing.
They're trying to make some room. Fair, you got us, right? Make some room. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is literally absolutely perfect utility given where BCJ is. And you can see it causes Muncie to move a little bit. Spazgos plays the door.
Jet
He's
lurker.
playing safe. He's going to smoke B main.
Takes rotating
Fair.
but only has a judge.
And now he hits his timing to lurk right onto the wall.
Well, when you
Oh,
What?
let's just stop right here.
90% of the shells out of that
So he
first card
stops
into the
here
face is
in
amazing.
between our
What do you do?
players and ends up
Exposed there? Yeah,
timing
that's weird.
Muncie, because
That's
Muncie
weird.
ends up spraying the smoke thinking they're deep cat.
I never
He
see
goes
anything like that,
into
or I never pay
the
attention.
smoke.
But
While
no.
getting
This is
paranoid,
insane.
Grabs
This
the
is
gun,
insane.
knife out, of course.
This is insane.
That's what
I
happened.
understand why
Runs back.
you think this guy is cheating.
Dashes
This
into the
is
open, even though the paranoid
this is insane.
you know, switch side could be A main because that's where Spaz was early round. They have no A main control.
It's gonna be open.
He dashes into middle of the open. Not worried about anything. Okay. Now we get a little interesting.
On a set
8 to
like
7.
Shopify,
Ooh, let's check the econ real quick.
And
So
with the amount of money these guys are
on
doing,
low,
they can
broke if they lost this one.
pay private cheats,
Ults
right?
Be there if we won this one. It was actually a very big round. Let's go back and look at how he clears some of these B main angles that are just
So it's time
common in
for the right
play.
games to
I'm
get
drawing attention
into
here to
these
the fact
guys.
that the Sova isn't there, and the Cypher does not cam.
I could be wrong.
Doesn't
I
wait
don't.
for the cage.
I'm not
He
a
just-
expert on this, but normally I believe the way these cheaters are caught by Riot is because they go into those forums and Oh, they have their access to Discord servers, and you know, like they know this thing, but they got to buy these farms, right, and Discords and things like that. But if you do a private one and you keep it quiet for a small or only you or a small group of people, I think it's harder, no?
Sloppy
It's more
pieces.
expensive.
There could be a dozen different ankles that kill him. Watch his crosshair.
Windows where they can find
He is not worried about this entire right side off ankle.
It's hard to detect.
activity as well where they
He doesn't even look. They're droning through mid. They cam the wall.
has not hit
Our knife is about to land.
just yet. Seems that Shopify are really respecting that double duelist.
3,
that they
2.
have. They understand
All right. Wow, that's going to double scan them. So that cam's not going to work. We have 2 here. They know a KO just knife double scanned. They're making a lot of noise mid, so
how much space
let's see how this
Bob can
plays
make
out.
immediately here down mid and
So he walks out of B main, looking sidewalk, all by himself.
And he's gonna
There's
get a
no one
kill
helping
today.
him.
Blue Otter's gonna flex
He
Huh?
crosses.
that this time around.
He's immediately focused on stairs.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he's looking at. He's not worried about any of these close angles right now. He's only looking stairs.
Does it check?
He quickly clears over
Okay,
by
he clears,
logs.
he clears, he clears.
He's back to looking stairs.
No, but he
Not
clears
worried about the
that.
spawn peak. Insane. Insane.
Yeah, it's insane, it's insane.
Here we go. The exec to close
Look at the way
this
he
out.
died then.
Let's see how good of an exec this is.
I don't know, bro.
It's a team
Okay, I
effort.
don't know.
Holy shit, this paranoia is gonna go crazy.
One thing that we need to keep an eye on is that when things are weird and someone accuse someone, like the way that our brain works, in some sense, we get more suspicious than normal. You know, like, so we start to look in things like expect to say something wrong. You know what I mean? So we need to be
This
careful with
paranoia
that.
is gonna go
to be fair.
crazy. This paranoia actually is gonna catch both of our B players.
And it's hard,
Guess
man. It's
what?
hard. So this is a,
Actually get this.
to be very honest, man. This is a shit situation. Okay, this is a shit situation.
Fair, use the cloud first.
We're back.
Shit out.
What a day.
So perfect paranoia cuts through sight, gets both of our players. BCJ is sitting ult out. Man, what would really suck is to be paranoid so you can't hear, you can't see. You have utility out, and the Jet who has
Guys, I will have to watch
no
this
support
later on.
shit. Because Zeke.
Okay,
reconning
maybe
and
there's time.
droning
Maybe
for
there's
this
time.
spot? No.
I think we
that
got the
shit's
MBR playing right now.
obvious. We got to pop. So he's actually just going to shove
MBR
our
versus Taves.
trips, our deep trips.
Oh, energy
So
versus
shot
100
those real
tips.
quick.
Bolt here. Paranoia is
And then you can see Fair.
Best of 5, by the way. Bro, I barely slept today, man. Low-key.
When you know where everyone is, I guess. Fireball cages the ground. He cloud
I don't think I will
up
sleep
throw
anytime soon,
dashes
too.
over BCJ's head. I mean, keep in mind, they're both hit by this paranoia. They have no sound. They don't know what's happening. So he's in between them, and his first play right now isn't to turn around and get that kill. You know what his first play is? Time to use his second cloud burst. Let's one-way cloud burst this shit.
That's easily dodged. On site. BCJ is in turn for
Holy
it,
shit, man.
And that might be how.
That's how I realized that I think Blue Otter might have thrown the first game and maybe had some assistance in the second game. And again, it is important to note the betting. I don't know.
Let me
know
check
how to
the
get
title of the
access to
video.
this
The
info
dark side of
because
competitive lore.
bet
Okay.
on games, but it was 4.8 to 1 before the series, and we won the first map, which was their pick. They had 0 practice all week, and this guy just caught all of those timings. So that's how we didn't make playoffs. So we don't know
That doesn't
how
sound
things
good.
shaped, but these are insane coincidences, right? Right after he threw a game, to say it's not happening with all this evidence would literally be insane. And I'm not gonna lie, I do have theories, but I'll leave that for another day. There are multiple.
That's good. That's good.
reasons.
It's another video, bro. Yeah, we're gonna take everything in consideration. Okay, I'm gonna probably pause the video here and watch the rest later. I don't know. There is proof. Okay, there is conversations. There is screenshots. There is the all the money involved. There is some weird things when they are trolling. Some that seem more normal, but you know, when you put everything into context, it seems pretty bad. You know, it seems like there's something wrong for sure. The aim assist, bro. This is I think we should investigate a little bit more. We can do it. Even I could do it a little bit more, just to say. But yeah, but there is our hack to. It's hard, bro. It's easy. You know, it's not easy. There is nothing easy here. But yeah, there's something wrong here for sure. It's hard to accuse someone and say, oh my god, everybody here on this team is 100% guilty. We don't know that. I'm not so sure. I wouldn't like still put, you know, like affirm that they are guilty, but there is a lot of things weird here, that's for sure. So when you put in everything into context, yes, they seem guilty. Not sure if everybody, but
Tier 2. Bray himself has confirmed in DMs that Prosperity and Burger Boys are among the teams that are involved. There are other teams that I believe are working with him too. I think Sad Esports is one of them. I mean, some of the matches that I went over.
It's like I said, if you got Prosperity, if you got Sad, if you got Burger Boys, we got 15 players there minimum. This guy got in contact with everybody. These 15 players, they share, bro. People talk. So they talk to the other team, with the other player, or friend. Man, there's way more people involved. If these guys are involved for sure, there's way more people involved. And the only way this is gonna get better if everybody tries to be more transparent as they can. You know, like expose the people that got in contact to you. Don't be afraid. You need to talk, because man, if your name is related to this kind of thing, you might be guilty or not, things will not pick you up anymore. If there is 1% of chance that you throw a game, that you use any assistance, you are not getting anywhere in the scene. So if you are a pro player that is playing in Challenge Tier 2, if you know anything, tell the truth. Show it. Bro, no one is dumb anymore. I didn't save the print screens, I formatted my PC. But yo, you need to show something. You need to show something. You need to prove you're innocent. That you didn't know anything.
That aren't.
Especially the players that in this
thing. And then you have TSM and Ambrosia on a bet for 134 grand. Everything about that match.
This was the game that TSM lost?
Going on, including the fact that
no, they did destroy
a server that mutually follow back Bray and Cooker. And quite frankly, I think it's unlikely that they're going to be betting, you know, 134 grand on a match that they don't know.
It's too much money, bro. It's too much money.
While betting 30 grand on one day.
It's too much money, bro.
Now I don't know if all of these players are guilty or on the end.
That's the fucking problem.
What I do know is that as a team, something weird happened, right? And that is
me, Loki. If I am on a team, we are doing a VOD review. Because these guys, they do VOD reviews, right? You will say some strange things like that. You will know something's wrong. And I was just thinking, man, these guys are doing like strategies just to see how we're gonna throw this round. I'm gonna do this, gonna do that, and then they're gonna think this, they're gonna think that. They are planning this shit. Like, this is next level, bro. We should have a tournament to see who is more fake. These guys are great actors, by the way.
Like Practo or Teak, right? These players are singled out, so it doesn't even need to be.
Who watched the iBay Power game? That was bad. These guys are.
These players could be getting.
It was like the first clip, man, with Theo running in, pushing with a knife in hand.
They could be getting paid to do otherwise, based on fair, right? I don't know. It sucks.
Oh, unfair too.
I have these examples where, you know, Bray literally. I see this, and I've been keeping an eye on this guy, so I have been told, Kane, right, on the 15th, right here, the day that they said they have to move everything to Telegram. I said,
what? You go too fast, and that shit that matter the most. Let me see the chat. Oh, great quality, 4K, can't see shit.
Right here. The day that they said they have to move everything to Telegram. I said, you better document it all. There are real world impacts and repercussions, though, from this match fixing and cheating. And I mean, that's ultimately why I'm here. You know, Shopify Rebellion Black were the Split 1 champions. That's the team that I general manage for. We were set to continue that success in Split 2. The points slot is very important.
Wait. You didn't qualify not just because of one game, right? It wasn't one game that you guys lost that it was because of that. Solo. Come on. I haven't been watching all their games, so... But...
And that's the only goal of your challenge.
Actually, I think the game that I watched, they won.
One of the slots is the point.
You gotta take that in consideration too.
By getting cheated out of playoffs, our point total now is completely...
But like... Well, I'm not gonna say that, but you guys lost other games too, so come on.
Now maybe
Wasn't just one game that kicked you guys off
It
playoffs.
just sucks to be in a situation where you're in a do or die scenario for Split 3. You must win Split 3 with all of this shit also going on. That's the world I'm living in, I guess. The team's future is now jeopardized. Innocent players all across
great,
their
but
team are
it's
potentially
still,
losing their
it's
jobs
still.
and livelihood and facing
Even if they lost other games, they were favorites. They won the last plate. Yeah, they're playing great Valorant. Pate is for me is the best duelist in the region. His son is doing a great job with this guys. They lost Brock and they still look pretty good. Okay, for them to lose, even though this was the game. Like for example, they lost the other games because other team played better, meta changes, anything. But if you lose one game to cheaters or because of match fixing too, you know, like depending on the results, bro, this is devastating, man, devastating. Because Shopify is one of the only one big organizations left in the scene. So we lost DSG. Remember that? Remember that there was a guy caught cheating in the game changers against DSG, and then they beat DSG and they just got banned after, and nothing was done to bring DSG back, something like that. Bro, this pulled more and more organizations off in the scene. You know, this is bad. This is terrible.
career setbacks.
This is making me feel disgusted, actually.
And another thing in addition to this is players that
I stopped
look incredible because
playing football.
Entire game
because it's called soccer.
So
Because of the corruption that we have in football here in Brazil. It's dark, bro. It's like it's this, but it's crime. It's like it's bad, real bad. So that was the reason why I stopped it. And esports for me was something new when I got involved too. It was something that I love, that I care about. That was for me was sincere. It was honest. I saw the scene developing, growing, and see this right now. And things getting worse and worse. And all these bets, all of this dark money that is involved, all this match fixing, all this shit, bro. It takes away the love that I have for the scene. You know, like, if this proves to be true, if this keeps going, bro, I'm gonna live for sure. Very soon, bro. Very soon.
Frag performances even
because then it's all gone, bro. It's all gone.
Salary paying organizations want to be associated with a competitive scene riddled with match fixing and cheating. I mean, I personally received tons of messages, Chinese VCT orgs asking me if certain players are match fixing. And truthfully, I can't even tell them because I know how many people Bray reached out to. I know that there's no money here. I watch these games and it looks pretty damning, but I'm not going to call out people that I'm not certain of yet.
Yeah.
And again, this is why I need the community to help me out here. I know there's so many smart people out there in the community, coaches. And
good point by San. Don't put 100% accusing anyone. Don't do that, man. Okay, don't do that. Don't go to this guy X or profiles and start accusing him of doing this and that and calling him names and saying bad things. Bro, don't do that. I think the community, as I said, should investigate people in the scene, the players. They need to come forward. They need to talk about because those guys, they are getting in contact to everyone. So they need to make, oh, this guy got in contact to me. This was my response. I say no. Da 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 da. You know, you need to make transparency. You need to bring light to this. You know, everybody together as a community need to work on this in the best possible way with ethics. Okay.
Analysts, IGLs that can look through these games and draw awareness to some of the weird stuff that's happening.
Awareness, that's a good word.
Flag some shady behavior in the scene. And I don't know, maybe we can get tips on more ways that this is happening because it's not just these two. Well, there's other people.
Yeah, that is a
also
lot,
sending
bro.
messages
That is a
to these
lot.
Players.
And like I said, this is just Challenge NA. So everyone from every region should, you know, put a eye on what's happening in their regions. I follow Challenger North America the most. I follow Thailand. I followed Thailand for a long time. And Challenger C is the other region that I watch. I'm not watching Brazil. I'm not watching Europe as I used to. So these three regions is the ones that I follow. Mundi, do you see some weird stuff? I do see some weird stuff. But it's not weird to the point that I can say that something is definitely going on and put 100% like, oh, this guy is matchfixing, this thing is matchfixing, this guy is cheating. You know what I mean? But when you see that this is real, these things are happening, that this much money involved, I'm gonna start seeing things different. And this is gonna change all the perspective, the eye that I have for the games and for the players. Because I'm gonna start looking with different eyes, man. And this might actually damage the love that I have for the game, bro. Low-key, it might have done that.
Unfortunately, I didn't even find out about those guys until it was too late. Since the news broke, Shuffle.com suspended Tier 2 Valorant betting. But, as you can see, it's back. And even when it was suspended, Bray continued contacting players, but deleted everything off of his Twitter in the meantime. So it's very hard for like people to come into this and track what has been going on. Riot knows about these issues. For like people to come into this.
I have no sympathy for the people who don't work hard. I don't care if you live or die. He thinks he's working hard, bro? Doing this shit? That's hard work for you? Bro, you have zero morals, man. You have no character at all, bro.
And track what
you don't know what hard work
Riot
is, dude.
knows about these issues. And I've been communicating with them directly, going all the way back to the morning of May 7th. But as a multi-billion-dollar corporation, they probably are going to look in their best interest for their bottom line, and they're going to move a lot slower in their investigation than I would like. Now, crypto and Telegram make this incredibly hard to trace. And that's part of the reason why I think you need to move fast in things like this, because once people know you're onto them, it becomes exponentially harder to catch this. So more than ever, I honestly think we need a replay system so we can catch individual players that are cheating or doing weird things. You have overview.
This is something Riot is aware, and they are worried about it. If you guys play CS, you know that the replay system there, sometimes it shows some weird stuff. Like, it's not the same as the other person is seeing in their perspective. So, like for example, it would be unfair to analyze a VOD of one of these players if the accuracy of the reply is not 100% or close to it. Because then we would judge based on misinformation from what we are seeing and they saw it. You know what I mean? So that's something that we need to be careful to. But we need the replay system. And it's coming. It's coming soon.
Of scenarios. And thankfully, Anna Donlin announced that's coming out in September. But man, if we had it now, it would be incredible for something like this.
It would help a lot with the map stuff, with the information that the players are listening to or seeing. Yeah, it would help. It would help for sure. It would help a lot.
Need better anti-cheat software. Vanguard needs to be updated, and punishments absolutely.
It's pretty good. Vanguard is the best in the game, bro. But it's a difficult war, man.
I haven't been able to include in this video. A lot of stuff has come to me after I sent out that Twitter video, and I'm very thankful for the people in the community that took that risk to send it to me. Even the people that don't want this shared, I have respected those wishes, and there's a lot that's happening behind the scenes regarding that stuff. Thank you so much to everyone that's worked with me, Teague, Procto. And like I said, what you see in this video isn't everything. This is the top of the rabbit hole.
Yeah, this is just, bro, that's the crazy part. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, guys. That is, I can smell, bro. I can smell. There's some shit, bro. This is nothing. This is nothing, bro.
The root cause.
Just the beginning.
For another day.